Shadwell Basin is one of central London's docklands, built back in the 1800s. Closed for shipping in 1969, its gates to the River Thames haven't opened since, and with depths of up to 30 feet and a healthy stock of carp, it was the perfect venue to target whilst we reached record-breaking temperatures. I travelled across London to meet up with a few of the lads from Nash, where we'd spend the night surface fishing this unique venue.
You alright?
So
there
generous,
you go.
all that.
That and a camera.
Dominoes as well.
Courtesy of Nashy.
What a legend.
You alright? You caught any?
Alpar,
Right,
Henry,
mate.
Hello, mate.
Good to meet you, man.
Good. Nice to
Well,
meet
even
you.
started, it's a bit windy, isn't it? I gave the lads a rundown on the venue and decided to head towards the middle section of the dock, where we could stay together and try to bring the fish to us. Wasting no time, I began setting up. First things first was to get the sloppy spod mix made and begin to introduce some bait.
Pizza, alright.
We've had 6 already, mate.
Lads. 6.
Yeah,
Big uns.
biggest £8.4. What's he
Guess where
got?
that went?
What's that?
All over the road.
No.
Yeah, stood there like this.
You nutter. How long did it take you to get here?
For an hour, we would come from the office. But
Oh, you ain't come from home?
No. 4 hours back home. Long.
What's he going for? Controller, not the zigs?
No way. I'm not here for that long.
No?
I'm waiting for you to spot them all out.
Get them
I'm-
feed and then you're going to
Then I'm
cast
gonna
out
cast out, catch one,
and then
be home
leave.
by 10.
Fair enough.
And you can stay here and get mugged.
Pizza for take.
Me and Mikey are going to be here all night,
Whacking 'em.
hauling, aren't we, Mikey?
Oh yeah.
Right, well, we've been here an hour and all the fish are out of our water on the other side, so packing up, moving round. It turns out Henry had beat us to it and was already into his first carp of the session. First carp from London, eh?
Henry Urban Banks.
What was that, just on the floater?
Yeah.
Nice, mate.
Expertly guided.
What
Not-
is it?
Not by you, Jacob.
40 pounder?
I reckon so. Hang on.
Got a whole crowd here, look. Well, that is
First ever London carp.
and it's a relic. That's a sought after fish, that
Is it? Wherever I go, I catch £15 commons. Yeah, sick.
Fish is a fish, mate.
Well happy with that. Lived in London for a year, finally caught one. Smashing Jacob up on his home turf. What it's all about.
Yes, mate, buzzing.
Henry London Carper.
I'm gutted I wasn't here. Hopefully you get another one.
Yeah, well I think we'll catch a few now.
Yes, lad. So everyone's actually leaving at 11 o'clock. It's only going to be me and the original Northern OG, Mikey Barnes, staying all night on the floaters.
Man in the fort.
Gone.
And he's back.
Good man. Good man.
Conquered a city. That's it.
Another
Job
one.
done.
Just mate, you might as well
On to
leave
the
now.
next one.
It's not going to get any better than that. You might as well leave. As darkness fell, it was just a matter of time before the fish switched on, so we began getting the zigs ready and in position.
I want you to stay. I want you to stay.
So we've got a couple of spots going at the moment. We've got one sort of out here, and Mikey's put his zig out there, and then mine is just at the top where the wind starts. We're hoping this wind dies down. Jackie boy is still dying to get one on the controller float. My job was to keep a constant trickle of bait going in at the start of the wind line, allowing the mixers to drift across the dock and draw the fish in, and it wasn't long before a group of fish started taking. I cast a bolt machine into the distance and slowly retrieved it amongst the silhouettes of misplaced water. Surface fishing in the dark solely relies on the float hooking the fish for you. Yet, my eagerness saw me strike out of the first few opportunities. Luckily, shortly after, Mikey was able to hook into his first fish. Mate, it was bound to go on it.
Yeah.
There were so many fish out there taking.
I'm gonna pull it in with a fucking block of weed over its head now.
Sick. Is this your first London carp?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Did you see it take it, or what happened?
Yeah,
Or did you just feel it?
Take it, and then I just like took the tension out of the line, and it just felt it knocking.
Oh, wicked.
Mate, look at them on that zig cloud over there where I'm putting the spoms. It's going mental. I told you, when it gets dark and it goes calm, it's just like they just switch on out of nowhere. Lovely little scaly one.
Back, yeah.
Yeah, walk it back, mate. Now just net the whole lot. Keep going, keep going.
Go on,
Lovely
mate, he's in again.
Is it?
Hey.
Yes.
That's all
Little
good.
scaly one. Go on, the boy. It's a pretty cool little fish, that is.
Yeah,
to be fair.
nice. Dots around his mouth.
Is that your first carp from London?
Yeah, boy.
I'd say that's better than Henry's. 1 in 10 out of here at Mirrors, if not less.
Yeah, he's a nice one, mate. I'm not complaining at that. On the old adjustable zigs.
That was on a floater, you think?
Nah. Lack of sleep. See if we can get a bigger one.
Finally, mate. It literally just hit the water. It must have come to the sound of the float landing. Yes. God knows what time it is. Probably about an hour since yours, Mikey.
Yeah, something like that.
It's been flat calm. There's been quite a lot of fish taken, but it is difficult. As much as you can sort of try and master casting and watching your line in the silhouettes, it is hard because you can't strike into the fish. You can't see exactly when they take the hook bait. Eventually, it pays off. Plums.
Get it in there, boy.
And there we go. Look, there's about 10 fish out there, look, feeding still. Get down here, do an all-nighter, be absolutely shattered, catch loads of carp, eh, Mikey?
Smash him up, Chevy.
Say probably a mid-double, common, about £14, something like that. Typical of Shadwell, nice dark, big fins and pecks. I reckon it's going to be good tonight. The wind's died down a little bit. Quite a few fish shown an interest coming up on the top, so it's going to be a long night, Mikey boy. Hopefully, a few more nice carp like this. Let's get this one back, see what else we can get.
What's going on?
What time's it, mate? 3 o'clock.
Probably.
We're in again. Don't know if it's a good one. It's hard to. It's the thing. There's a lot of smaller fish in here, but you just never know. Like there is a few. That's what I love about this. Fishing light line, literally 12 pound floater line, and it's like 14 foot here, 20 foot to the right of me. So look, they just go. And even though they're smaller fish, they've all got massive paddles, massive pecks. So they give a right good scrap. We haven't even got any zigs out because there's just so many fish taken off the top now. It's more fun fishing on the top, innit? You can actually cast it more often and see it sort of explode off the top. The zigs are normally for when you go to sleep, but by the looks of it, we ain't going to sleep. This fish turned out to be another mid-double common, which was shortly followed by another one on Mikey's rod. We got some stills and let them go. Where's your float, Mikey?
Like just in line with that first light.
Are you in, Jack? Ah. Is that yours as well? Did it take it?
I've just squeaked it and I'm reading it too quick.
God, it proper flapped out, didn't it? Hopefully it comes to the splash again. Come on. Straight on it, look. Straight on it.
Oh, he's had it as well. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
nah, that was mad. Mate, it came to the splash, I'm telling you.
100%. It's like.
See how it just came straight out of
Yeah.
nowhere for it? Everyone says it, they're like, what, you catch them in the dark on the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally all night. It's sick. I don't even feel like a carp, it feels like a bream.
A Brahmas,
Oh, it's a little, it's a little scaly one. Yes. I thought it was just a little tiny common. That's a lovely little mirror. I'll take that any day of the week. There we go, look, come back out. Oh, lovely little carp.
God, and there he
Get in
goes.
the net, get in the net. Yeah. The fish come up, slurped, out in the distance. I flicked it out and I was just saying I wonder if it's going to come to the sound of the float dropping, and I hooked straight into it. And although it's not a big one, it's exactly why I fish Shadwell. Lovely little scaly carp, and you never know what the next bite's going to be. So keep chirping away, keep fishing throughout the hours of darkness, and see if we can get one of the special ones, a real good 20-pounder. Lovely little carp.
Yeah, score, Javi.
Are you in? Hey! Go on, lad.
I just see the line twitching, I wasn't even sure. And it'll only be £6.
Mate, come on, scaly one. You deserve it.
Watch when it comes up and it's £38. It's about 38 ounces.
It's a ghosty. Hey!
How have you managed to blag that?
There he comes.
Here he is.
Here it is, sausage boy. He's off again.
God, he's fighting hard enough, isn't he?
Cool, wait until you put the camera and the light on that and it's over a million.
No, that's a cool little fish, mate. I know it's an ornamental and all that, but
Maybe I'll look two-fingered, Johnny.
Mr. Ghosty,
What do you think?
I reckon that'll be the last one. Look, he's a broken man.
Few hours skip.
It's getting proper late now. It's almost sunrise, so I think we're going to reel the rods in. Jack's going to head off. Are you going to head off now? Get the taxi home?
Yeah, mush.
So there we go. Nice ghosty. Off home. We're going to get some sleep. See what it's saying in the morning. Nice one, Jackie boy. After a couple of hours rest, the sun rose, but sadly the fish had sunk back into the depths, so it was time to head off. A few weeks later, with temperatures still soaring, I decided to come back for some more surface action. It's nice to enjoy some fishing once in a while, where the target is just to catch up with friends and catch as many fish as possible. So this is the first corner of Shadwell, and this side of the lake is 25 foot, there's no shallow areas, so often there's a group of carp sitting out in this middle bit of water, and already, having only looked for like 2 minutes, we've seen quite a lot of fish sloshing out. So I'm going to put some floaters out over here, but generally for the night it's better to fish sort of in the open water right in the middle, because the shallow end on that side, the fish tend to sort of drift into there, so if you keep that spog cloud going out, you can draw the fish in. As for now, there's loads of people swimming from that central point, jumping in, boshing in, so I think I'm going to put some mixers out here and see if we can get a few of these carp that are in the upper layers, take in a few and nick an early bite. Right, we've come round the other side. There was quite a few fish in the upper layers down in that corner, but put some floaters out, give it sort of 20 minutes and nothing came up whatsoever. So I've moved slightly closer to the area that I want to fish tonight, and this bit here is nice and flat calm. The sun's just setting, so I thought it'd be the perfect time to talk you through the bait. Nice and simple. I've got slicker floaters, small riser pellets, and as you can see, a whole bag of spod cloud. Now it makes a nice mix. Obviously the base of it is the spod cloud, and I'm going to put that in the spawn, and it's going to break down, and the riser pellets will gently sort of drift down into probably 3-4 foot and then make their way back up again, so it creates a nice sort of gloopy mix. It gets the fish going crazy in the upper layers. To mix this up, get a bit of water in there, start to introduce some bait out. I'm not sure if that swimmer realised she was swimming through a sloppy spod mix. She'd be quite so impressed. This, coupled with people still jumping in the dock, was bound to make a day bite unlikely. Right, all action stations. We've been here for about 10-15 minutes. I've only put 2 or 3 spods out and immediately started seeing swirls over the top of it. A couple of fish actually came up and actually took floaters. At the business end, I've got a large zig. With it being so deep, I want it to come up nice and quick. It's probably 25 foot over there. Nice heavy lead, and it's really easy to use this adjustable zig. Literally, it lands in, sinks to the bottom, and then on a slack line, that float will lift up all the way to the surface. I'm going to get that out and then talk you through how to set it and the depths and stuff like that. So the fish are showing just over there. So what I'm going to do is cast right past them. Obviously the swing back of the depth as well will mean that this is going to land exactly where I'm clipping up the spot. There we go. See, it'll just drop forever. 3, 2, 1, 0, and there we go. So it's best to keep the rod tip nice and low, just so you don't get too much wind. And I'm just gently paying off a bit of line at a time, and that float is rising up. It takes a while because obviously it's 20 foot deep. Just take your time. You can do this in the dark as well. That's why I'm doing it to feel. I'm not actually looking for when the float comes up. I'm doing it all by the tension in the line. Go. And then as soon as it goes slack and it doesn't sort of pull tight, you know the float is on the surface. And I can feel now there's tension, and when there's tension, that means that the line is tight to the float. So now I've got tension, I need to measure the length of my hook length, which is here to the middle way through the second eye. Always make sure you know how long your hook length is. Pinch the line where your hook length would be, and then simply twist the clutch there, all the way down to the bottom of the reel. That will mean the float has come down the length of the rig. So now the float's underneath by about this much, and the hook bait is sitting just on the surface. Now I probably want to fish maybe 1.5 feet under the surface. There's a lot of fish taking on the top, so I'm hoping the fish are drifting over and they see that little white pop up just underneath them. So there we go. Well, sometimes if you really get them going, you can actually get a take while the hook bait is sitting on the surface. And there we go. That is how you get the zig float out. It works in the dark, it works in the day, and I don't think it's going to be long before that goes off. Sadly, after watching the aerial footage back, I could see I spooked a carp whilst lowering the zig float, and as the evening set, the swim went more and more dead, and it was time to reel in and make a move. I'll give you 30 quid if you can do 5 wide grip pull-ups. What is he doing? Mate, you're off your head. Look at these 2 kids. Go on, mate, go on.
When your rod starts getting me.
Oh my god, you're off your head. Right.
And again.
One's just shown. It went a little bit quiet over there, but now is the time where it starts to get really good. Sunset, it's about 10 o'clock, and we've decided to come back to the corner where we started out. I've seen 3 fish show on the way to going over to the central point, So at least while we order a takeaway, I'm going to give it probably 45 minutes to an hour in here. Same again, spog cloud out, get the zig on, and wait for them fish to start taking. The zig is out there. Food has arrived.
I've got 10 wings for myself, chicken burger and some chips. Absolutely stuffing it down my throat, mate.
There's about 4 or 5 of them right in the corner there. Look, they're going mad on the spog cloud, look. There's about 4 or 5 of them going mad on the spog cloud, look.
Oh yeah.
Look.
Oh, you're in.
Told you that zig was going to go. I've just been chasing a couple of fish right in the edge, and that zig's gone. I knew that zig was going to go. They were going mad out there. Told you it just switches on. Out of nowhere, 20 fish. It's like a click happened and they all just started feeding.
They're just trying to rob your fish.
Are they still there, Jack? Oh, it's a fully. It's a fully.
Maybe I'll get the big black.
Mate, it's a fully. How's about that for the first one? Mate, it's the fully scaled.
What, the same one?
That nice, well, I don't know, I've had a couple out of there. It might be one of the ones I've had, but it's like, looks like a mid-double fully. If it is, it's one of the nicest looking fish in here. No way. First one as well. Come on. Look at the state of that.
Oh my god.
Yes! I don't know if it's the fully that I've had out of here, but either way, one of the nicest looking carp in here. Not bad for a first one, eh? I might even give you a go now, Jack. I'm feeling generous. Get in, on the zig as well.
Alright boys, I want one.
Yeah, so Spom's back out, change the hook length, Jack's next, and then Polish, proper social vibes.
Yeah!
Let's get a 20-pounder.
Hey fat boy, you staying here all night now? Look at the stick to there.
Tackle wise, I try and keep everything nice and compact. Obviously, I'm travelling on the train, so although I'm doing the night, I've got to bring my bed chair and my large rucksack. All my actual terminal tackle that I need is in this little water box. Floater claws, zig flow, anti-tangle sleeves, and the spare zig float. So I don't take loads of extra stuff, just a couple of leads. And that way, when you're fishing at night, you can get to your tackle quicker, just be more efficient. One on, there's one on. Hit it.
Nope, it's not.
Well, you've got to reel it down first, it's a zig.
It's not on, bro. It's not, nothing's on.
Nothing's on. Mad liner then.
That's a big old line, wasn't it? What are you going to do?
Well, that was your go.
What?
My go now. One strike each. Jack had noticed a few fish taking mixers that had drifted into the margin, so I used a soft hookable floater and slowly lowered it in front of them. It wasn't long before a pair of lips emerged from the shadows and I was in. That's mad, isn't it?
He's only gonna hook me fish.
Mate, I just seen it literally just circling, put the mixer, the float wasn't even in the water, the bail arm was off, and I've hooked it. I think it's a nice one as well, you know.
I said it was. I said it looked good in the edge.
I'm calling it, I'm going to have the only linear in here on that zig.
Look, they're still taking over there, look. We won, come on. Come on. Yes. There's another, look at them all taking, look. That's a mirror and a common in half an hour, and they're still taking. I don't know what that blooming helicopter is. Look at them, Jack. On or not?
Yeah.
Fish on? Lovely. The zig's gone again. Is it on?
No.
Mate, you keep bunking them all off, man. That's your last go, that is. That's 2 you've bumped off.
To get away from that island and he zigged.
And he's in. Mate, I didn't even get a chance to film it. That was quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, boy, 2 seconds.
See, look, flat calm. About 5-6 fish taken just out there. Jack casted just past them, reeled in before he even had a chance to pick the camera up. He's in. Feels a better one, or? Well, I'm saying better. The 2 I've caught are probably a good stamp for here. We're due a pasty now.
It's a 6 pounder, got its margo on the rod, isn't it?
There were 2 in the net, and the little one said, roll over. Come on. What's that, 3.5 an hour?
Right, to be fair.
Back of the net.
That's half decent.
That's fair, to be fair, I swear it just got bigger.
Bosh. What's that? That's about 15, 30. It's about £40 plus worth of fish. 3 carp in an hour.
All in one net.
Right, here's the 2 commons. My one first and Jack's shortly after. Both doubles, I reckon, aren't they? Hopefully they behave. Come on. Come on. Come. Why?
Right in my eye.
Why are they doing this? There we go. 3 bites in about 45 minutes. This one probably about £15. Jack's doubling it.
Right,
2 doubles, there we go. Bit of sport, bit of action. Get on the floaters at night. Swim's gone a little bit dead now, so I reckon we're going to go for a move for the last sort of 3-4 hours of the night. And that will do nicely. Let's get them back.
Got a lot of pasty. Yeah, boy.
Look at that for a little perler. There's quite a lot of really cool scaly ones like this in Shadwell. Not many mirrors, probably 1 in 10 or 15 are mirrors. So to get this one first and it to be a really cool fully, I'm not sure if it's one that I've caught in the past, but either way, a really cool fish and a great way to start the night. Not sure on the weight, don't really care. Let's get it back in, see what else we can get. Oh, that's close, isn't it? He took the float. That's the only difference with fishing in the dark and in the daytime. You can't strike because you don't see if they actually take the hook bait, you know what I mean? So you're kind of just watching the float or watching the line on the surface. After a few missed opportunities, the swim went really quiet and it was time for the final move of the night. This time into the middle of the dock where there was sure to be a few fish. Like clockwork, I began trying to draw the fish into the upper layers with both catapulted floaters and spodniks. Such a beautiful time to be out on the bank. We've got a really nice sunrise, and despite the fact that we've had 0 sleep, Polish has had an hour max, I'm still feeling pretty fresh, to be fair. We've got quite a lot of fish taken now. The last few hours has been really quiet. They almost just sort of went dead. I think I hook pulled a couple on the adjustable zig, but I'm back on the controller float now and it's looking really good for a hopefully a nice carp as the sun's rising. I'm going to really concentrate, try and end this session on a nice one. Come on, come on. Oh, it's took the float. Oh, it's close. It's going to have it, surely. Yeah. Yes. Finally. It's been a while now since I've last caught one. We had those 3 at the start of the night really quickly, and then I've moved loads of times, and to be honest it's not really been bang on tonight. It just wasn't quite as prolific as usual, but I'm happy I caught that fully in that nice common. But yeah, they've really switched on now. This is only a little baba, but the start of what might be a few more bites this morning. Like I said, it's only a little tiny one, so I'm just going to pop the hook out and let it go, because there's still fish feeding out there, so I don't want to waste any time. Look, little common. And that is it. All packed up. Sadly, it was a little bit quiet. To be honest, overall last night, the fish never really sort of got on the bait. So as the sun came up, we obviously caught that really small common. I did manage to catch one more, a really pretty mirror, but someone was still half asleep behind the camera and we didn't actually have the microphone turned on. So I'm glad I managed to end on a nice mirror. Started off with that fully and ended with a nice one. So overall, really good trip. Hope you've enjoyed it. Something a little bit different, floater fishing at night. And if it's not something you've tried, hopefully this has inspired you to give it a go yourself. That's it for me. My train's on the way. It's time to go home, catch up on a little bit of sleep.